VPN. Now, the whole point of high school is pretty simple. It's 4 years of
What the fuck? Did casually explained like go through puberty or something? Who's hosting? Will Nihachu is who I'm going against as well. Will and Moist Critical are the ones who are going to be hosting
exposure therapy for your host of teenage insecurities, mixed in with a few facts about cell division. During this time, you're trying to answer the important mortal questions in life, like, who am I? Who are my true friends? What do I want to contribute to the world? What does a boob feel like? All questions you'll likely never find the answer to. So, one thing everyone tells you in high school is to be yourself. But the problem is when you're 16, pretty much the only thing you care about is trying to be like everyone else. Nevertheless, what they really mean is you should go out and pursue the things that you enjoy so you can figure yourself out. The problem is that during high school,
You bring up all these issues with the media, but you're doing the same. You're misdirection and ridiculing the arguments around everything that is conservative. I'm sorry. If you are personally adopting the position that like Dr. Seuss is actually being fucking canceled because the institution decided to personally retcon some of their fucking works, not the most important ones, but ones that actually had racist imagery, is at the forefront of what the American working class should be talking about at a time when there should be an ongoing heated debate around whether or not we could increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour, then you're a fucking delusional idiot. And I'm sorry that I'm not going to subscribe to your personal point of view and make it seem like something that is completely unimportant and completely fabricated to create the outrage cycle that misdirects you from the actual issues that matter to the American working class is actually fucking important. Dumbass!
other kids can
Now
be
shut the fuck up and watch this fun video.
harsh and judgmental and make you feel like the hobbies and activities you enjoy make you lame and uncool. Fortunately, this completely changes when you're an adult because people are lonely and keep their thoughts to themselves. When you're in high school, your mind is young and impressionable, and therefore incapable of nuance. If someone laughs at your joke, now you're the class clown. If your crush gets a boyfriend, now you're alone forever. And if some kid makes fun of your Skechers, time to start writing the manifesto. As a teenager, this is the first time you really start to build a personal identity for yourself, and in high school, this is pretty low resolution. Athlete, jock, stud, gamer, whatever you prefer to call yourself. As you probably know, a lot of adults tell you that high school doesn't really matter, so you should just enjoy it. And that's true in the sense that there are hundreds of people you're never going to see again, so you do get a hard reset on the time you said orgasm instead of organism, or when you're in geography class and mispronounced Niger. But what that doesn't mean is that you shouldn't care about high school, because unresolved experiences and insecurities from your youth can affect you for your entire life. For example, one time I got rejected by a girl, and now I have 200,000 Reddit karma. Now, a lot of
That's literally how that works.
teenagers think they're invincible, but I personally didn't get that at all. I remember kids were doing drugs, getting girls pregnant, and fucking up the rest of their lives while I was at home studying videos of how to order at Subway. It is true, though, that no matter what, you are going to do a lot of stupid stuff in high school, and this is because your brain hasn't fully developed yet. In fact, science has shown it isn't until the age of 25 that your brain finally starts to develop. Until then, it's just empty space inside your skull where stolen mannerisms and personality traits bounce around aimlessly until they randomly pop out during conversation in response to anxiety. Of course, during high school, you mostly finish going through puberty, which means you unfortunately stop growing in both height and length. Through the process of puberty, your body becomes fully biologically capable of reproducing. You know, just in case. Now, one of the most important things in high school is dating, because for most people, that's when you have your first relationship. The thing is, it can be
It's going to be painful for both me and everyone else here as well, okay? Luckily, I'm far away from that era now, so we're good. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm back. Never mind. I'm actually back. And back to that same era that I was in high school.
really scary asking someone out because you've never done it before, but it's really a pretty straightforward process. All you have to do is glance at your crush during class every now and then, make eye contact at some point, and then you just fantasize about your relationship for the next 3 years until they start dating someone else. The good news is that by the end of high school, you've been around your classmates for nearly a quarter of your whole life, so everyone has already made their mind up if they like you or not. So the fear of getting rejected really doesn't make any sense in this context, because if you ask someone out and they say, ew, no, it's not like they just decided that the moment you asked them out. They've been thinking that for years. In general, dating is difficult in high school because when you're a teenager, you don't really have any life experience, so there's not much to talk about. And you might be thinking, well, what if we go on a date, but they don't like me for who I am? Like, bruh, when you're 16, you don't either, so just leave it to your mutual fear of dying alone. One of the best parts of high school is graduating because you think to yourself, damn, I was really stupid those last 4 years. Glad I finally get it now. And yeah, that's going to keep happening, so I highly recommend you keep that in mind literally all the time. Now, one of the worst experiences you'll get after you graduate is looking back at missed opportunities. You'll run into a girl you had a crush on years later, and she'll be like, honestly, I thought you were so cute in high school. And you'll be like, ugh, why didn't you tell me? And she'll be like, well, I am telling you now. And you'll be like, oh, but I needed to know then. As you waddle away sadly. What is genuinely good news about graduation is that you finally finished the tutorial and have begun the rite of passage into adulthood, where your path first splinters and differentiates itself from your classmates. Some of your friends will go into computer science at university because they want to become as charismatic as Mark Zuckerberg. Some of your friends will go into trades so they can afford to live and make more trades. And some of your friends will say, I want to take a gap year and travel, which means I want to have sex with Europeans. So whatever your dream, just know that you have a long life to achieve it, so no need to worry about finding a hot German girlfriend on your first try. And there's just one thing to remember when you leave high school and choose your path into the future. It's that student loans follow you forever and are legally unforgivable even under the circumstance of death.
Yup. And that's fucking poggers, my guy.
Now, ExpressVPN has been a
Yeah, remember when I said this was going to be a fun video and it turned out not to be a fun video? Maybe this will be a fun video instead? Okay, move.